We're gonna switch it, do the same thing. It's gonna be like Groundhog Day. We're doing the same thing but in Portuguese. But you're still gonna be working on your vision board. Okay. So that's hello and welcome to the first episode of the first year of our new program, The Best of All Worlds. I'm here with my co-host Flavia Ryan, and we have three amazing guests today that we're going to interview in a minute. But we want to explain that we have relaunched our program. It used to be called The Best of Both Worlds, but we've expanded. And what we're doing now with our program is we are focusing on introducing communities of people who arrived here more recently to the United States from other countries, to communities whose families who have been here so long that they no longer think of themselves as immigrants, even though we're all immigrants. Unless you're a Native American, you're an immigrant. And here on Cape Ann, just the Brazilian community alone, we have 4,000 people here on Cape Ann out of 40,000. So we are going to be continuing to do this program, half an hour in English and then half an hour in Portuguese. But we are opening the interviewees and the format to people from all different communities and cultures. Because together we can have the best of all worlds. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right. So today we are in Flavia's continually changing environment in her beautiful salon office. And we are doing vision boards. And I'm going to introduce each of these wonderful guests. And when I introduce you, hold up the color that you chose for your vision board. And we're going to start with Linda Savarese. Mm-hmm. And Linda, I've known since, I think I first met you in 2015, right?
That's about right, yes.
And I know Linda as a woman with a beautiful home in the Lanesville area of, it's Lanesville, right?
Annisquam.
Annisquam. I get mixed up with those areas. Anyway, beautiful place. She's a gardener. She's an activist. She's a mother. And she also is a business owner. She just launched recently her exciting life. It's managed care for people who are getting older, as we all do. And she's launched this exciting company. We're going to learn more about her shortly. What color did you choose, Linda?
I chose for my vision board blue. That's my blue.
So we are so happy to have you here, Linda. We're going to hear all about you and your why you're on the planet here shortly. And next we're going to talk to Vanilza Aguirre. What is your last name, Vanessa?
Vanilza Aguiar.
Aguiar, yeah, Aguiar. Yeah. See, I'm having trouble with her last name. Vanilza Aguiar. Also, her nickname is Jaji, which is Jade, but you can call her Vanilza or you can call her Jaji. And Vanilza is an entrepreneur as well. She does a number of things, but she's focusing this year on her bakery business. And she makes the most delicious cakes. She makes flan, which is known as pudim, Portuguese, and she's very excited, as we are, about her bakery business this year, among other things. She's also a mother. She's an artist. She does a lot of different things, and we are going to be talking to her shortly also. Please show us the color that you chose, Vanilza.
My color for the
pink.
Pink.
That is beautiful. All right. And now we have, I just met her today, Melody Matson. She is 19 years old. I hope you don't mind me publicly coming out with that. Young, old soul. And Melody, among other things, is a musician, and she's also an activist. But we have heard that her music has been said by many people to be healing. So we're going to hear more about that shortly. And show us what color you chose for your vision board this year.
I chose
purple. Purple! That looks so amazing. Okay. And we got Flavia here. Flavia's color, we already know.
It's green.
Is green, because everything she does here.
I'm sorry.
Is
This
green.
color
That's
is
okay.
green.
It's green.
Mine is gold, and I already did my vision board. It's at home. But one thing I want to start up to, we all have words of the year. And I'm going to go ahead and out Flavia on her word of the year. And she did it with Vanilza. On January 1st, these two ladies jumped in to the Atlantic Ocean. And they were smiling when they did it. And they didn't look scared or cold at all. And so I decided next year I'm going to join them, which is hard to believe. But this woman is extremely brave, and we're going to show you that video clip. Actually, you saw that video clip at the beginning of our show. That is going to be included with our opening credits every time because we want to remind you that you start out the year facing your biggest fear. You just get it over with, right, Flavia?
Yes.
Right, so we're going to hear more about Flavia, the co-host. Okay, so we're going to pick on you first then. And by the way, ladies, go ahead, start cutting out your words for your vision board. Don't be shy. There's all kinds of magazines here. And while you're doing that, we're going to ask you, Linda, first of all, what is your word for the year?
I would say my word for the year is whole.
I love that. Whole.
That's-
W-H-O-L-E.
W-H-O-L-E, not
Yeah.
H-O-L-E, yeah.
And tell us what made you, and also what brought you here today to do this vision board work with us.
Well, as the first step to being whole, getting together with some powerful, beautiful women in the community who are similarly, working to make their living and round out their lives and take care of their families is a beautiful thing. And so I wanted to be here to kick the year off right and manifest what I want through a vision board and get to know some wonderful people who can help me be whole this year.
Yeah. Now you have a long track record in speech pathology,
Right.
right? And so, and in the past you always worked pretty much as an employee or a consultant kind of a thing,
Mm-hmm.
but now you're a full-fledged business owner in this field that you love and are the best at. So tell us a little bit what made you take that plunge, and we're going to let you use this time to kind of promote your business a little bit. What are you going to do with it
You
this
bet.
year?
Well, when I worked as a speech pathologist for 30 years with the aging population, I noticed that when they graduated from our care in the hospital or the rehab environment and they went back home, they weren't getting the support that they needed in order to stay healthy and stay out of the hospital. And a lot of them were coming back to the hospital with the same kinds of fall or medication error. And it bothered me, and I found that if I studied to get my certification as an aging life care manager, that I could fill that gap, that I could say to families, you can hire me to assess the whole picture of care for your loved one and help them have the right supports they need, help them go to the right experts that they need. And that's why I wanted to start my business as an aging life care manager. So now I work for myself, and that's very rewarding. I feel like I can serve the population and also live by 100% of my own values. And that is, it's a risk to take, but it's a worthwhile risk. It feels good.
Awesome. Beautiful. All right. And Vanilza. Vanilza, her English is great, but she's a little shy. Okay. So Vanilza, tell us about your word for the year. Which word did you choose? You're still thinking about your word? It's okay. Si você ainda está pensando na sua palavra, Dawn, pode ainda. You don't have your word yet?
Okay, pass for she.
Okay, we're gonna ask Melody first. Pass, we'll come back to you, Vanessa. So Melody, hello.
Hello.
What is your word for the year?
Hope.
Hope. And why did you pick hope?
Because that's all we can really hold on to right now, isn't it?
I love
Yes.
that. So tell us about, you're a musician, and we're going to be working with this year. We'd like to encourage you to have your own show with music because you are a music healer. But how do you describe your music? How did you get into it? When did you first realize that this was the thing that you wanted to do in your life?
So it's funny, my father named me Melody because he was a DJ, and on both sides, there's musicians in the family and all kinds of different artists. So that, oh my goodness, I think I started singing as soon as I could talk. Like, as soon as I could make words, I was humming and blabbering noises, but I started professionally training when I was 6 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I stayed with the same person for about 10 years, and it was great. I learned, that's where I started.
Yeah? And how do you describe your music?
It's hard for me to describe. I'm working on somewhat of a rebrand. So I have an album coming out soon. I have music that's currently out, and it has kind of like a dark folkish vibe.
Yeah?
I'm experimenting with different kinds of, but I'm looking at alternative alt folk.
Yep.
Kind of just mashing a bunch of different
Yeah.
interests
So
together.
you're not limited to one genre of music, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, Flavia. So as we're doing these vision boards, I got another question. Covers. Oh, Vanilza. Qual é sua palavra, Donna? What is your word of the year, my
Okay.
friend?
For me, this year's I wish better years in my life.
Oh.
I have different planos in my life.
Yep.
I think so. This year is better in my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just remember because you did tell me your word of the year. You said gratitude. I forgot. Gratidão, right? Is your word of the
gratidão,
year,
gratidão.
right? Okay.
Mm.
And what are you grateful for, Vanilza? Você tem gratidão de quê?
Yes, I have a gratitude in my life every day with my God, because God in my life sustenta me up every day for the work and the good person
Mm-hmm.
and the better person every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love God. My word, the gratitude.
Perfect. Okay. And the next question is, all right, so Linda, so we're all making vision boards here, by the way, guys, and something that's really important. We are not going to show you the final one because it is also a very private thing. Some people only want to show their vision board to certain people because if you show your vision board to the wrong people and they're negative and they try to discourage you, it can take away the energy. So what we will do is we'll ask these ladies after we tape if they're willing to share their vision boards, and we will put them at the end of the show so you get an idea or inspiration, or we can show the board but blur out the words. But while you're working on your vision boards here, Linda, what kinds of new habits and new routines are you implementing to be able to become this bigger, better version of yourself than you were last year?
Well, I'm learning better when are the times of day that are energetic times for me. And I'm learning to harness those times and do my best focus and work during those times and make sure that I give myself breaks from work to remember to drink more water and get some chores done so they don't get put off for too long and become daunting tasks, and just mix in some of the important other things that I need to do. So I would say just focusing on when I know that I can work my best in the morning and my best in the, there's a time in the afternoon, and sort of harness those times and be true to myself that way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And do you have a specific morning routine that you do every day, or like before you go to bed every night, or not? Do you get up at a certain time? Do you do a certain thing every day, or is every day different for you?
I must say every day is a little bit different for me. I am a person who gets bored with routine, and so that's part of what was always challenging for me working for someone else, is you fall into this rhythm that you need to follow in order to be a reliable employee. And while I could do that, I also didn't find it very stimulating. So now I find that sometimes when I wake up, I want to spend a little time with the pets in the house first, or I want to go for a walk first, or sometimes I just want to jump into some work first. It just depends on the day for me. I don't know how many people are like that, but it works for me.
That's awesome.
To change it up.
And by the way, there is no secret sauce or recipe. It's like what Vanilza was telling us earlier before we started filming, is that Vanilza loves meeting people of so many different views and backgrounds, because then we can take the best of all the different worlds and put them together in a new combination. So Vanilza, quais são as rotinas novas e hábitos diferentes que você está implementando este ano para ser melhor que o ano que foi? What are the routines and habits you're doing now in this new year?
Okay. I prefer not talk about my plans because I have plans, but I need these planos em ação.
Yeah, she needs to plan.
Yeah.
Right, but what, like, do you have a routine in the morning? Você tem uma rotina diária? No?
Yes.
What is your daily routine?
I have my rotina diária. My rotina diária every day this morning, up my bed, and thank my God every day about my life, about my kids, my house, my work. I don't know. I thank God
You're grateful every
everything,
day.
everything, every day. Yeah,
So
that's
you wake
my
up
routine
grateful.
every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Health.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And how about you, Melody? What are your routines now that you're freshly free of high school and on your own and an adult?
I'm trying to get into the habit of, like, I'm trying to think about how to
Take
word.
your time. Take your time.
And about you.
Yeah, okay, well, you're thinking.
Oh yeah.
So
kids.
I have become a totally different person. I had a tragic loss, 2025. I lost my dear husband. And there were a lot of things that I had as excuses because he was helping. I don't know, just, I'm working so much, I don't have time to do the laundry. So he would do the laundry, it would be all like piled up. Or, he was taking care of the dogs. Or, right now my house is disorganized because I'm working on this. So I'll put that up for later. But I learned, actually, I make my bed every day now, which I never did last year. And there are certain basic things every day. For example, cleaning clutter, the floors, making my bed, and laundry, doing a load of laundry every day. Certain things, you just do it. Like, in other words, I don't procrastinate anymore. That's one of my new routines. And also, every morning I wake up also, Flavia introduced me to this Brazilian prophet. His name is Vinicius. I listen to him in the morning. I also do my devotional, and I do affirmations when I first get up to really, because I will tell you, I think the biggest challenge we all have is our own minds. In the morning when you wake up, how do you start the morning? A lot of times I wake up, everything's dark and cloudy and scary. But as soon as you start talking to yourself in a different way and you start doing devotionals and you start listening to other people telling you in a prophecy that, no, you're not alone and God is on your side and you can do this, that you start to create a different mindset and different mood just by talking to yourself and just by putting certain words into your head in the morning to counteract the negative ones that a lot of us wake up with. So in other words, I'm trying to make every day now a good day, no matter how it starts. We can always turn it into a good day. It might not be the best day, and it might even be that something horrible happened to you in that day. But even on the worst day of my life, there were people that I didn't expect that were there, taking care of me, handling everything for me, and I realized that there are angels even in the darkest times. So what I'm doing is I'm also, by the way, going to the gym, and I just turned 60, but my heart's biological age is 21.
Good.
Yes, and my biological age with strength and cardio and flexibility combined is 45. I want to now get it down to 40 because I am 60 theoretically. But those kind of like things I didn't have time for before, now by making time for it every single day, it just becomes a routine. And the time before that I spent avoiding doing something, I actually, by doing it instead of thinking about it, then I actually end up having more time. So for me, my biggest routine is making certain things a priority. And, sometimes maybe I can't, like Lindsay, maybe I have to work first thing in the morning, but then I'll do my devotional after, or my affirmation. Like, in other words, I just make sure I have a checklist, and every single day I do my best to work out, do something for my mental health, my physical health, my faith, move my business forward, my family. I'm playing Wordle and Words with Friends and Pips with my family on text message. So basically, those are my routines. And how about you, my friend?
Christy, I have one question
Oh, yes.
for you. Yeah.
Oh no! You're not allowed
my
to ask a
question-
question. Okay.
My question for you: you has a different plans for this year in your life?
Yes, totally new plan.
Hmm.
It's funny you said that because Flavia had a revelation that she shared with me that caused me to completely change everything. And that's the other thing. I'm glad that I'm able to, when I get new information that contradicts everything I thought, I do it. So I decided that my dream house is no longer my dream house. I'm selling it and getting a new one right now.
Woo!
But I have to say, you came and got everything out and got everything. So I was going to redo the whole thing and make it amazing. It's been a few years since I have worked on it. And you gave me the best chance to make it amazing. And then all of a sudden, I realized, you know what? It's okay if you have a bigger dream. So my dream house is not big enough or not good enough for me anymore. It's big enough, but it's not. So yeah, thank you for asking. I have a new plan, which is to, of course, always stay in Gloucester. It's paradise, but get a new home. I'm having my first biological grandbaby on the way next month. This month. It's January, like next week.
Congratulations.
And and to explode my business. I have a wealth strategy business, and to help everybody become financially independent, especially people that don't have a green card and don't have citizenship. I work with companies that treat people that have tax identification numbers the same as everyone else. They have access to the same resources, and so part of my mission is to help everybody, no matter how old they are, know where they are, an honest look at where they are financially and where they want to go, and give them a lot of new alternative ways to get there. So my plans are to blossom in a new place, in a new way. And how about you? But wait, we have to ask Flavia first. What are your routines?
My routine is it's every day 5 a.m. Now it's not 5 a.m. anymore. It's 4.
It's 4
Because
a.m.
the difference in Brazil. So I pray with them. So now every day 4 a.m. I am up and pray. Because the prayer is a part of my life. This is the make me continue every day. And after that, I like to sit down, enjoy my coffee before I leave. I don't like to wake up and leave. I like to wake up. And the other thing, my news. Every morning I have to watch the news before I leave home. So I put in the news. After I pray, I put in the news, sit there, get my coffee, and drink it, and enjoy me frost. And then I get ready for go work. So that's how I do it.
By the way, I'm just giving you a little heads up. If you're able to get one of your songs on your phone that you can play before we switch to the next language version, we're actually going to play your song if you have one you would like to share with us.
We would
Just
love
to get
that.
you ready for that.
What I can do, I have a song that I have recorded. Nobody has heard yet.
This
On
is
release.
gonna be amazing.
I can do that.
Oh my wow! She just wrote a new song. Nobody's heard it yet, and she's
then
gonna
it's gonna
play it
be
for us.
Oh, thank
It's
you, Melody.
amazing.
That's
Eu
amazing!
não entendi
Wow!
muito bem.
And look, you two are wearing gray. That is so good. And look at you too. And then we got some black and some purple on the end.
Oh, yeah.
That is so cute. Okay, so I have another round of questions for all of you, but before we wrap up, and we're going to. And by the way, I want to see what some of the words you guys that you're willing to share for your collage. But before we move into this woman's amazing song that's going to debut right here, the next question. Well, first of all, before we get to the next question, Vanilza, what are your new plans? What are you doing different this year?
My new plans for this year. My new plans.
I know her new plan, but she cannot
Tell
talk.
you, I know too. I
Yeah,
know one new
yeah,
plan
yeah.
that we
Yeah.
can't share. I know one new plan.
Yeah,
Joshua
but
and Dan.
I have a different plans. I have a different new plans for my life this year. But my first plans for this year, my money and my account. I need more money.
That's good.
More work, more
More
money. Yeah.
Money is a good thing when it's in the hands of the right people.
Yeah.
Because because I would like a better life for me and my kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
Every day.
public service announcements for those who didn't see our show before. For those of you who have any opinions about immigrants coming to our country, the statistics show, and in fact, this is why I prefer to have immigrants as my clients. They work harder. For every 6 cars, a Brazilian washes, an American washes 1. They pay more taxes. They don't use services. They save more money. They have less debt. And they work harder, like I said. So that is something I just wanted to put out there, that all of us could learn a lot by following the way the Brazilians are thinking about their future, their children, their grandchildren, family empire. The American dream is something that a lot of us who were born here, we forgot about it. So I just wanted to add that little comment. But now, Linda, what kind of advice, suggestions would you like to give to our audience to make the most of this new year?
Well, this reflects probably my own spiritual beliefs, but I believe this realm that we're in, this life that we're all experiencing, is a step along the way. And so I would remind people that the point is joy. The whole point of it is to love each other and find beauty and joy. So when you're worried about something, whether it's small or whether it's big, I think it's helpful to remember that this is a step along the way. That is a lesson that you were given, and what you do with it to transform it into more love and more joy is the point. So I believe that is an important thing to keep reminding ourselves. Love and joy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Great. And Vanilza, what advice do you want to give to people for the new year?
advice. O que é advice? Não lembro.
Qual a sua opinião?
Conselho que
Conselho.
você dará para o povo para este ano.
Okay. My advice for the anything peoples, more concentration, and your job and your plans and your family. I need a big concentration. The front direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. And by the way,
Mhm.
that's a very good word. We sometimes say focus, but I think concentration.
Foco.
No, but
Foco.
concentration
Yeah.
is
Concentration.
stronger. No, but I'm explaining to you.
Mm-hmm.
Concentration is a word not a lot of Americans would necessarily use, but it's a better word than focus. And my concentration
Mm-hmm.
really has that intense feeling. Concentration, that you're really, really, really focused on what you're
Focused.
doing.
That's
Yeah.
the one thing I've been learning all the time. It's people right now, they've been concentration too much on the left or right, and the people forgot to
Yeah.
Yes.
look in the
Yes.
front.
in
Yes.
front.
And now it's like, oh, left or right, government, oh, all
Right.
politic thing, left or right, left or right. I say, forgot that, and keeping your mind in the front and focus in the front and live your life. Try to do the best for you and your family.
And present. And
Exactly,
be
be
present.
present.
Yeah.
Enjoy every day, because we don't know about tomorrow or the future or the second. We all over here talk right now, but we don't know if like in second is gonna change something for us. So we have to enjoy every day. That's I do all day.
I agree.
Oh, sorry.
Mm.
I think so. Anything, people, example, I need more concentration in my life and in my plans for the future. Concentration. Look the concentration.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to talk about you, Melanie. So if I say anything incorrectly, correct me or we'll edit it out later. But I'm very impressed by Melody because I don't know her. She applied to do music for our show, and we're excited about her music. Somebody else had already applied, and we're having them. But we got so excited. We're going to actually look at media projects, and we want to promote you. But what I really like about her is I invited her to this thing, and she was like, "Wow." We were messaging on Facebook, and she's like, "Well, I'm not sure. Like, what's that about? Like, what are we gonna do?" And I just told her a little bit, and the woman shows up, and so that, you know what, that is true that 90% of everything is showing up. And she didn't know what to expect. She didn't know who we are, how old we are. We're all way older than her, although Linda has a daughter that is the same age, the same school. But, you know, we are also, the thing that I do love about Gloucester is it doesn't matter how much money you have, rich, poor, middle class, everyone fits in. And age also is not an issue. When you go to the YMCA, there are people like 20 years older than me working out, and there are people younger than Melody. But having said that, it's not that common for someone as young as Melody to put herself into and you don't strike me as being an extrovert. You strike me as being an extreme introvert, am I correct? So kudos to you, girl, because for an introvert to go into a room full of extroverts that she doesn't know and just like hang out, that's an extreme act of courage. So I want to thank you for that. And I'm very excited to hear your song. So before I do that, what is your advice to people for the new year?
This one's more towards my generation. Stop scrolling. Stop scrolling. It's genuinely a huge format of something that is meant to melt your brain and meant to decrease your attention span. And it makes people irritable and it drives people insane. It messes with people's mental health a lot. Just be in the moment. It's hard because people are looking for distractions. Number one, you shouldn't be distracting yourself from your emotions. You need to feel what you are feeling when you are feeling it, because that is the most important time for you to feel it.
That's amazing. And you know, I haven't seen you scroll once since you showed up here. And to our credit, we're not looking at our phones either.
Because we don't need it. It's
Yeah,
the best
yeah, that's
time.
right.
It's when you have a time with a friend, with a friend, and you don't need the other thing, like she said, to distract you. And I think in joy, it's more live a life. My like the way me and Vanessa, we not have. The first TV, I always say that my first TV in my life, it's when I'm 13 years old. No electricity, no TV, nothing. So we all the time
had no
play
TV
what's
till you were 20?
No, because we don't have no electricity and no nothing. Everything for us come late. But we are the happy kids ever. We play in the rain, you play in the night, and then and the moon is beautiful. We're outside. We all your cousins together. We like make everything we make in the hands and self. So and then now you see like all the technology, people think it's so great, but it's been separate family, separate the kids from the mother, the father. Mother and father right now, oh, I'm so busy. Over here, the cell phone. They don't have a time to spend the time together, to be joy together, to sit in there like we're doing over here. You can do home with the father and mother and your brothers and sisters. We can do that, but it's very like you don't see that anymore. And then I hope people wake up, because never too late to change, and start doing things. I just saw a video the other day. They did the experiment with the mothers and father and say, oh, you're gonna be there with your kids and wait for us, but your cell phone have to be out. And then they put them in this room, and then the kids, and a lot of toys, a lot of things, and then the kids start playing. And then when they start playing with that, and then the parents involved, because they don't have a cell phone, and the kids don't have it, and then they start involved this, and then when they get out, and then they record everything, and then they put it in a room. They put in a room and show them like this is the experiment today, because you're gonna watch your video with your kids all cry because they don't have that anymore. So she I am so speeded with her right now because she's young, and then she have all this like old mind,
Right, old mind.
Old
You
mind.
give advice
And,
to every age, girl, not just the young ones.
Exactly. And then I tell you, you're gonna grow so much because your mind you have, you don't let this new things consume you, and then you're gonna be a beautiful you're gonna show them like, oh, I am young, but I am already doing something great for me and for my family.
Okay, so I want to give proper place to this debut that we're gonna do here. My only advice right now that I want everyone for the new year is don't let your age hold you back. No, you're not too young, and no, I'm not too old. Age, honestly, especially here in Cape Ann, and especially in Gloucester and Cape Ann, is just a number, and it's a beautiful number, because at whatever number you have, it doesn't even matter what you did yesterday, what you didn't do, that's gone. And it doesn't matter, all you've got is right now, and to make the most of it. And no matter how old you are, you're the perfect age. You really are. You have enough experience, but you're still young enough. You're not too young and you're not too old. So, Melody, I also want to offer you, Flavia and I are doing a number of events this year, and we are going to have Best of All Worlds sponsor your music launch. And we can do it in, I think February's better because it gives more time to plan it correctly and get a packed house for you. But we would love for you to launch the debut of your new song. Is it called a song, right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to help you properly keep it under wraps so we can get some buzz going and properly get it out there and mass distribute it. Okay?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that idea?
I feel very good about that idea.
All right.
I need to record the rest of the album. That's the top goal for this year.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be an incentive to you, because as soon as your album's ready, we will do a proper huge launch party. Everybody will be there to celebrate
Support
you.
you. And
So, would you mind grabbing your phone
and play some song.
and
for
tell us about the song before you play it for us?
So this song is called Say Please. It's about being hurt by someone when they're in a mental stage that they can't control, and you know that, but there's nothing either of you can do about it, and it hurts both of you. It's basically saying the chorus is, sobriety is not the apology.
Wow. That's a very deep. Okay, we're just gonna turn it up as loud as you can and put it right there because we want it to pick up with the mic. And what we'll do is, if it doesn't come out good enough, we will take and edit it into at the end of this program and edit so everyone can hear it.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You has música de diferentes eventos and the place.
Do you go and play music?
I do. I actually was down at the Cut down on Main Street.
Nice, at the
you
Cut.
did?
She was at the Cut.
Yeah, I was at the GHS Alumni Battle of the Bands. It was really fun.
Nice.
So nice.
All right.
Great event.
Here we go. Beautiful.
Wow. You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow, it's beautiful.
Got goosebumps.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Hella free.
Me too.
So what we're gonna do, because it's not gonna be sound, it's okay because we're gonna put this like voiceover. So just like we were listening or enjoying it, and then we're gonna end up.
Keep playing the
Yeah,
but
no, we can play with this in the background.
Mhm.
Turn off
Yeah,
the sound.
thank you.
Yeah.
About my once before. I love together different person because different person has different dias, different talentos. She has a beautiful talent, nice talentos, beautiful
Different
voice,
ideas.
idea. I'm sorry guys,
No,
because
no.
my English is
Não, and that part.
yeah.
Isso a gente, sabe o que a gente vai fazer? A gente vai colocar a música e só mostrar a gente
Yeah.
desfrutando, aproveitando.
But my ask before about this, you have different views, she anything different songs.
Yeah, new ideas for each
Yeah.
of us. Yes, I would love to mention that thread that's woven through all of us,
Yes.
if I may.
Yes.
But I don't know if it's okay to do it
Yeah.
while we're.
Yeah, we're gonna wait till it's done because I
Yes,
want to
I'd
make
like
it
to
the
listen
same
to a
time.
song. Yeah.
So that when we play it, and then we'll have you, and then we're gonna do the same show guys in Portuguese. How long did it take you to write the song?
To get everything all this ready, a couple months.
You're speaking from a very personal experience. That's beautiful.
That's good.
Yeah, your music is everything. I tell you. A lot of people that, like she said, that you get hurt, they hurt you, but
All right.
Good ending. I love the ending too. Beautiful.
All right.
you.
Thank you.
Beautiful
Okay.
Thank you for
song.
sharing.
Brenda, as you were listening, a few thoughts came to your mind.
Yes. First of all, we all got goosebumps
Oh,
listening
yeah.
to
Yeah,
Melody's
it's amazing.
music. And one of the things that strikes me about the two women that I'm sharing this experience with today, and indeed the hosts, the other two as well, is the concept of healing. That Melody offering music, we know music is healing. As you said, it's the international language. I think you just, hit the nail on the head. And for Vanilza to feed people is healing. It is nurturing and healing. And my work is directly, involved in people's ability to stay healthy. It's such an important part of our set of talents that we get to offer to the world, and I feel like it ties right in with the idea of not being isolated by being buried in our silos of our phones and screens, but to actually show up and be present with one another. I mean, the eye contact even between us is so valuable.
exactly.
So I enjoy and appreciate the gift of your music and the gift of your ability to feed people, and counting myself among you is an honor.
Well, we are so excited and grateful that you came today. And this has been the first. We're going to try really hard to do a weekly show. We have to get to the studio and get this edited on Monday or Tuesday and get it out. But we want to thank you and to ask you to tune in next time to our program, which is focused on bringing communities together that otherwise wouldn't meet each other through friendship, business experiences, and social or civic activity, because together we can have the best of all worlds. I gotta do it again, guys. That was lame.
Together, boys.
Oh, we want to
Okay,
do it.
yeah.
Okay,
Because
let's do it
together
together.
we can have the
best
best
of
of
all
all
worlds.
worlds. All right. Okay, so turn that one off. I'm gonna do a second one. That was amazing.
My